Good afternoon, everyone. First and foremost, thank you all for coming out this afternoon. Also, let me thank our District Attorney friend Brody, community partner Miss Sally Riddle, and especially thanks to my Sheriff's Office staff who's here today. So we pledge to have an administration that is known for its commitment to being transparent, truthful, and with integrity. On Saturday, February 4th, 2023, an altercation occurred in our facility between Deputy Recruit Jaquan Brown and a detainee. The detainee was in custody for drug trafficking, specifically methamphetamines, heroin, and fentanyl. The deputy was moving the detainee in an attempt to de-escalate the situation inside the pod area, and he was causing a disturbance. There was an exchange of words, and the end result was that the deputy attacked the inmate in a clear violation of all our training protocols and our policies. The incident was brought to my attention by my staff, who was very observant, who responded to the radio and saw what happened and immediately took action. We quickly reviewed the evidence that was presented toward us and decided to relieve the recruit immediately of his job duties. As just a few minutes ago, exactly at 3:15, I presented Deputy with his termination paperwork, as well as he was placed in custody for his actions. I'd like to emphasize that he is not on paid leave. Again, he was relieved and arrested, which means he does not work for the Sheriff's Office anymore. He's been terminated of his employment, and he is in custody now being transported to another facility. I'd like to emphasize something I said on January 30th at a press conference, where we will not tolerate abuse of power, and we will uphold laws equally and fairly. And that's what I like to say we've done today. To our more than 800 employees of the Cobb County Sheriff's Office who give their life to protect the citizens of Cobb County, I want you to know that one bad apple will not soil the hard work of all of these great deputies, men and women that work in Cobb County. We are earning a positive reputation, and we do not want to tarnish that reputation. To the jail staff that work so hard to protect the inmates that's here and protect our citizens, I know how hard it can be sometimes dealing with detainees. It can be downright rude, meaning the detainees can be. And this is a very difficult situation our deputies are put in. But I expect them to be professional at all times and act accordingly. That is our bottom line. We will always be professional. We will always do the right thing, period. To those who are considering a job in law enforcement, and if you love serving your community and you believe in doing what's right for all mankind and being truthful and being transparent, Sheriff Craig Owens and the Sheriff's Office, we are hiring. We want people like you to come work for us. Finally, the citizens of Cobb County, I want you to understand that your safety is always our utmost concern here at the Cobb Sheriff's Office. Even if you are a detainee in our center, we will do everything we can to protect you while you're in our facility. And it is the utmost important for us and my command staff to do that with pride and integrity and being professionals at all times. At this time, I would like to open up for questions. And I'm sorry, before that time, the DA may want to make a statement. And then we have a community relations person here as well. Mr. DA?
Sheriff, I want to thank you for your transparency, but more important, just like we promised on January 27th, we will hold law enforcement accountable when they do wrong. And you see that in the actions of the sheriff, the quickness, and the ability to make sure that those bad apples, and might I say this, they are the exception to the rule. Our law enforcement here in Cobb County are the best in this country. But when we find those exceptions, we will root them out and we will hold them accountable. So Sheriff Owens, I thank you for that job and for the work of the men and women here in the Sheriff's Office. Continue to do good work.
State your name and your organization.
Mm-hmm. I'm Sally Riddle, and I'm representing today the Cobb Coalition for Public Safety, as well at his request from Dr. Ben Williams, president of the Cobb chapter of Southern Christian Leadership Conference, representing that organization as well. Dr. Williams sends his regrets at not being present, but also his support for the quick actions taken by Sheriff Owens and the Cobb County Department. Today is a day where, while acknowledging the gravity of the inappropriate treatment of a Cobb County Detention Center detainee, we in the activist community laud the transparency and quick actions taken by the sheriff and his department, including the quick action by staff to bring this incident to the sheriff's attention. We in the Cobb County Coalition of Public Safety and other community groups have been asking for this type of transparency and appropriate actions, and have always said that when such actions are taken, we will proudly stand in support of our law enforcement agencies. This is one of those days. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, DA. And so now, as promised, we will take one question per outlet. We'll start to our left here. Please state your name and entity, organization.
Michelle Newell, WSB-TV. Can you tell us what the injuries are that this detainee has? If you have to go to the hospital, what's his condition?
Absolutely. He received superficial injuries. However, as a precaution, anything, he was checked here by the medical staff in our facility and transported to the local hospital to be observed by an outside physician to make sure he was okay. He returned back immediately with nothing but superficial injuries, some scratches and some bruises, and nothing that was considered to be any serious injuries.
We're going to go from left to right, so next.
Jake Bush, DFDJ, what is the fired employee being charged with?
He's being charged right now with battery and oath of office.
What was the second one?
Oath of office, violation of oath of office.
Can you describe that in depth?
The charges?
Yeah.
So battery is for the physical altercation, and oath of office violation, but the incident occurred is a violation of his oath. He cannot get, for lack of better terms, goaded into fighting an inmate because of negative correspondence between the two in verbiage. So that's his oath. He just violated his oath, which he swore to affirm.
Hey, sir, Rob with Fox 5, Rob DiRienzo. I'm curious, is it more fair to classify this as an altercation or a beating, and is there video of the incident that you'll release?
Yes, it is video of the incident. They will be released shortly after we discuss some other things with DA. And it is a altercation/beating. You can phrase it either way. I think both of them will
Well,
fit.
two separate things.
Yeah, so they, well, to me, if the altercation turns into a beating, it started out as altercation first, then turn to a beating. You see what I'm saying? So you can use both of those terms on this case if you want to use it that way.
Hey, Joe Ripley, 11 Alive News. I know tons of policing agencies are going through short staffing right now, and there is a new light being shed on transparency as well in light of what has happened across our country.
Right.
With that being said, how are you all using this as an effort to become more transparent and to recruit solid, integral men and women to your force?
That's a great question. I like to say we do the best job we possibly can in making sure we're hiring the right person. We have in-depth interview processes, background checks, and also that last person interview, which I'm sit on as well, to ask specific questions and try to get a gauge of who we're hiring. But you really never know who that person is until you turn the switch on sometime. So they can tell you everything they need to know in that evaluation period, but then they act made different when they hire them. But again, we do every assessment we possibly can to make sure we're hiring the right person. We want to give them the best training they can have so they can be successful when they come here as well. So we do everything we possibly can to get the right person, make sure that they're educated, they're diverse, and well-informed to come work for Cobb County Sheriff's Office.
Can you just explain the distinction between recruit and full-on deputy in this
So-
circumstance? Why is a recruit?
This is the last question.
So a recruiter's person is still up under their probation period once they got hired. So once they get off probation, they go into being a full-fledged deputy. So that means they're still a recruit, still learning. The individual in question has not been to police mandate/sheriff mandate as of yet. He's still in his training phase. He has completed basic jailer school, but not sheriff/police mandate as of yet.